Well, hello and welcome to yet another edition of 907 Sports, where it is all local sports all of the time. And we had quite the busy week this week and weekend. But before we get into all of that good stuff that happened on the weekend, let's go a little further back into the week. All the way to Tuesday was where we have our weekly Athlete of the Week segment. And this one was one of the better ones and most dominant performances in NYO in recent memory.
Adrenaline. You get that boost of adrenaline when everybody's just clapping for you, and you wanna. I like to have it really loud just so I can get a little bit scared, because I don't really like loud noises, but when I have loud noise, I'm like, okay, I gotta go. Just that flight or fight moment,
Colton Paul getting his 2023 NYO Games started by setting a world record, scissor broad jumping 38 feet 7 inches. That's a foot and 2 inches further than the old record, but he was just getting started.
I'm like, man, I gotta hit this right now. This is my senior year. I just can't miss it. And I was like, if I can hit that on 1 foot, I gotta think of just approaching it like 1 foot, and then I'll trick myself into accidentally 2-footing it. And so I did.
On the second day, he tied the state 2-foot high kick record at 101 inches and came as close as you can come to breaking it. Paul using the games to not only stay in tune with his culture, but to honor his older brother who passed away in 2017.
My brother introduced me when I was 7, 8 years old, and I was immediately hooked to it. It was the only sport I've ever done. Basketball, wrestling, cross country, it wasn't my thing. NYO was my only thing, and I knew that it was something that would keep me connected to my culture. For me, it was a form of expression, and it's just everything, It's just my life, man. NYO is my life.
Colton competed in 7 different events and won 5 of them. And like fireworks at the end of a great performance, Paul wowed the crowd, kicking 112 inches in the 1-foot high kick and nearly tying the state record at 114.
Everybody is just happy, Everybody's happy to do these games. You don't have competition with anyone else but yourself. We all want to help each other.
He got to share the amazing moments with friends and family, and now gets to continue in the traditional games while passing the traditions on to younger generations. One of the more dominant performances in an Athlete of a Week that we have seen in a long time. And to make it even more impressive, Colton Paul, about 5'9". So put that in perspective, the current state record holder at state NYO for 1 foot is about 6'3", 6'4", and he's about 5'9". So you can do the math there. That's how many inches he's getting by just jumping higher and having good form. So I'm excited to see what Colton Paul is going to do at WIO and other games now that he is graduating from high school. But now we're going to go to the weekend, where in the Dome there was more diamonds than in a deck of cards. A sea of Seattle Mariners hats sat on the domes of hundreds of kids in the Dome, as kids from around Anchorage flooded in for some fun.
The goal of an event like this is just to have kids leave with a good experience. To go, I played baseball today, or I played softball today, and it was fun. I want to try it again.
Coaches helping kids learn much needed skills, but they aren't the only ones who teach.
You can show some people how to play, because some people don't know how to play, Yeah, and they learn. Right now I'm showing the softball girls how to play a little bit better, having fun with them, yeah.
It's really important, and it's good for everybody, like all of these little kids, because they actually have somewhere to practice and learn to get better at. And then this MLB event helps everybody, because they get a chance to hit and practice with other coaches that they don't get to.
Over 300 kids participating in the event, which just goes to show how big of a baseball and softball community there is in Anchorage.
That a lot of kids are interested in the sport, and it needs to be. We need to have more places. A lot of kids that need to participate or want to participate in sports, but we only have one big indoor place, so we have to have certain times and stuff, so everybody's got to get their time.
And while the event was big time, another huge step was taken in getting funding for a new indoor facility.
In addition to this, we received a very large grant from Major League Baseball through their, it's called the Major League Baseball / Major League Baseball Players Association Youth Foundation. It's a joint grant between the owners and the players to fund a facility in Northeast Anchorage for $250,000. And it's around the same principles as this. It's just giving kids access to play. They realize that we have a baseball community. We have people who love baseball and softball, and then they're just jumping and helping out to facilitate more of that happening.
Jamar Hill and Gamers Baseball doing a ton of amazing work for local baseball here in Alaska, and we'll be following along with them as they're about 3/4 of the way for that funding to get all of it to the max where they can build that indoor facility in Southeast Anchorage, where it is going to be much needed and probably heavily used on that side of town. And now this week, looking ahead, we have quite a lot of good stuff going on. More baseball, more softball, and more soccer. So that means a lot of top plays and highlights and sound bites on the next 907 Sports. But until then, until next Sunday, I hope you enjoy whatever little slice of 907 heaven you're hanging out on tonight.